Hello guys, in this video we will do the laboratory exercise number 6, which is email configuration and transmission of information using Cisco Packet Tracer. So let's start. Of course, we need to open our Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay, so for today's activity we will use the previous laboratory, which is the number 5. In this activity, we configure our web server, DNS server, and DHCP server. So in here, we have our two dynamic end user. They have the dynamic configuration, and one is static configuration. So in this activity, we will be configuring email server. So let's start. We need a server here. So this will be, we will name it mail.amaes.edu. Okay, that's the name of our mail server. So for the configuration, let's go to our config. For our settings, the gateway would be 172.1.1 and the DNS, leave it blank. For fast Ethernet 0, the static IP is 172.168.0.40. Okay, and for the services, okay, for the mail server, the services would be HTTP would be turned off, the DHCP turn off, DNS would be turned off. Okay, FTP would be off, and email would be on. So for the domain name, that would be mail.amaes.edu. Then set. Okay, for the user, we have the user 1, which is beta.com1, then add, then the user 2 and datacom 2, add, and last one is user 3 datacom 3, then add. Okay, that's it for our configuration with the mail server. So we will close it, and we will connect our mail server to our switch using the automatic connection type here and in here. So we will just do gateway is 172.0.1. Okay, okay, so first we will configure first our dynamic client here. So for this one, for the web configuration for our end user or our end devices, we will go here to our desktop. Let's first check what is the IP. That is 100. So close. For the configuration for email, we will go to here, email, then name, for the name, let's say the name is okay. Let's use the name of my coworker, which is this one is Judith, and the email address would be user1 at mail.amaes.edu, and the incoming server will be, that is 172.160.40. Okay, for the incoming and outgoing mail server, we will use the IP address of our mail server. If okay, this is the IP address of our mail server. This is 40. Okay. Okay, so for our client, dynamic client, for the configuration of our dynamic client, in our end user, for the incoming and outgoing mail server, we will have to use the IP address of our mail server here. Okay, so this one is user1, then this is datacom1, then save, okay, then close. Here would be the same email. Here is Takeshi, then user2 user2 at mail.amaes.edu. Okay, 172.160.40. Save with the outgoing mail server. And for the username, we have user1, user2, data 2, then save. And let's go to our static configuration here. This is our static client. So this is IP address is 90, gateway is 16.0.1. For the configuration, it is the same. You have to go here, email would be Rona, then user3 at mail at amaes.edu. For the incoming and outgoing mail server, we have to use the IP of our mail server, 16.0.40. the same this one, and this is user 3 and datacom, then save. So let's check if we configure it properly. So to check if it is configured properly, we will try to send email from our dynamic for our PC0 going to our PC1. Okay, let's start. So I will send email, sending email, testing. We will test to send email if we configured it already, if we configured it properly. We have to go here, email, then compose, okay, 2 user 2 at mail dot maes dot edu, then okay, test my email configuration config, then I configure your email properly. Okay, then tap send. Okay, you see here, okay, in the lower right here, lower left, you will see the send success here. Okay, here you see here send success, meaning the email that you compose is already sent to our to the user 2, which is our PC1, which is the dynamic config, which has the dynamic configuration. So let's check if this PC received the email coming from our user 1. So web, then you see okay, you see the email received. This is coming from our user 1. Okay, so let's compose, let's reply. Okay, thank you. Okay, you see again, we also our PC1, which is our user 2, has the dynamic configuration. We send an email from user 2 going to user 1. We reply to the email that was sent by user 1. So let's check if we receive the reply. Okay, then receive. See, you will see here the email. So let's try again from our user 2. Let's email our user 3, which has the static configuration. So compose user 3 at mail dot amaes dot edu. So header, email check. So header static, configure email for you. Static IP. So let's send. So you see again our send success here, indicating that we successfully send the email from our user 2 going to our user 3. So let's check if our user 3 here received the email coming from user 2. So email, then receive, see, then let's try to, here we will see here receive mail success. Then we will try to reply the email. Okay, noted, email received, then send. Okay, send success. Okay, then close, then go here, email, and receive. See, we have our reply, our right here. So noted, email received. Okay, so in this activity we successfully configure our webmail server, which is the mail ems.edu. So for the question in the activity, okay, what is email server? Okay, email server is the, okay, okay, from the activity, the question is what is email server? So email server is the, as you can see, email server, this is where we configure our email here. So okay, you can send email from our end user going to other user here. Okay, from user here going to user from user 1, we will send email from user 2. So okay, because of our email server, we can send and receive, or we can transfer information from one end user going to other end user. So that is possible because of our mail server. So even, yeah, that is possible because of our email server that we configure here. So that is the email server, that is the the purpose of mail server. Okay, to um, to make the transfer of data possible, or transfer of information possible using the email. So we can send information from one PC to other PC because of our mail server. So question number 2, okay, how can we send information from one PC to another? Okay, how can we send from one PC to another? Okay, in this in Cisco Packet Tracer, we configure email web email server. So we can send we can send information coming from our end user. From, for example, in this PC we have the we configured it as user 1. we can send it through going to email, then compose. Okay, I already show it to you. So user 2 at mail dot amaes dot edu. So this is the address. Because of this address, this is our domain name. Okay, because of our domain name and our user that is registered, that will be in this is the address of the user 2. So the domain name is registered to our mail server. So test hi, then send. So we can determine if the information is already sent to other user. We will see a text here that telling us that it is sent already. The information is sent successfully. Then to know whether this email is received from the other end, we will have to go here, then email, then tap this receive. So here this is the test, subject is test, the address here user 1, coming from user 1, and this is the message. So that's how you can send information to one end user going to other user. That is possible because of our mail server that is configured with the domain name mail.amaes.edu here. Okay, and the user is registered to our server, mail server. So every time there is another user, you have to configure to your webmail server. So that's how you can send information or share information with the end user going to another user. So question number 3, what is static routing? Okay, static routing is I may say static routing from the word static. It is a from this activity. Static means we manually configured our IP address, the gateway, and the DNS server that is manually configured. In contrast with the static routing, this is the address here is coming from our DHCP. That's dynamic routing. It is also called adaptive configuration, meaning this is automatically configured, okay, because of our DHCP server. So the IP address here is coming from our DHCP server, which we configured to start with the 100. Okay, so that is static and dynamic routing. Okay, so this is my activity. So thank you for watching. I hope you learn in my activity here. So thank you. Watch out for my new for the upcoming laboratory exercise. Okay, so goodbye. Thank you.